Well, I think it's only fair. Try and keep this short. I don't want to talk too much about this, and I don't want to make it into a thing. But by making this video, I am making it into a thing. But I just wanted to kind of put my thoughts, my point of view out there on things, current events. So apparently a video, and I knew about the video that was going to drop. I had talked to Cassie briefly. She has her opinions about the situation between me and Jamie. It's kind of interesting. It's not an uncommon opinion about Jamie and myself. I think, for a lot of people that it's, I'm being manipulated, I'm being used, maybe even abused in some way, that I'm being rolled over, all those kinds of things, that somehow I'm a victim. I mean, really kind of, to sum it all up, I'm sort of a victim of Jamie. And I've said this before, and I'll say this again, it's just, it's very, very insulting to me that you think so low of me that I could be manipulated at all, and manipulated by Jamie, especially, for all these years to such a degree. I mean, it's like, wow, how weak and stupid do you think I am? Well, obviously pretty weak and stupid. And that's, that hurts, that's insulting as fuck. And it's not true. It's just not true that I'm well aware of the dynamic between Jamie and myself. I mean, I get it. I know when he's, trying to put me down. I know, all these things. That's been the banter for years. I mean, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this because, I mean, beyond the sort of the insult, the slap to the face, I don't care. I just don't give a shit. I really don't. And it's just, look, I've got my reasons for why I do what I'm doing and why, and I talked about this the other night. I mean, my relationship with Jamie is, I don't know, it's unique, I guess you could say. It's just, it's my own personal thing. It's like a personal test, if you will. And, it's like it's like a school. You could kind of think of it, as a school. I would rather be doing it. Well, anyway, fuck it. I'll say it, what I was going to say. I would rather that Jamie be a cute girl than a guy. So at least there would be that aspect of the relationship. Sorry, maybe that's a little crude. I don't know. I apologize if it was. I'm just saying it would be, I think, more fun and more interesting if it were, anyway, if it was a male-female dynamic instead of a male-male dynamic. So, and then I guess, I don't know. Look, the fact of the matter is, I'll just kind of address, this aspect of it. And so, there's a spin, of course there's a spin being put on it and whatever. It's a spin. It is. Call it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know where you're at in sort of your consciousness development, Scotty. If you sort of still believe your own spin, if you can't, see that it is just spin, that it's, you're framing events in a very specific way to elicit a very specific effect by, either omitting things or by, adding, certain things, embellishing certain details, making things up out of the blue, that lying, making shit up. So I don't know really kind of where you're at with that kind of stuff. If like how aware you are that if you're, you can spin a falsehood, or you can spin a story that is blatantly fabricated, and be okay with it, and kind of, know that, this, yeah, I'm doing a wrong thing here, but I'm doing it for, X, Y, and Z reasons, or if you're still at that point where you're still so sort of, offended, if you will, or sort of, what's kind of the word I'm looking for here? God, what is the word I'm looking? I'm just going to go with offended because I can't think of a better word. Jesus Christ. If you are, just offended by your own actions, that you create sort of mental barriers, and you sort of dissociate from the things that you're doing, So it's just, are you, and then which can result in kind of psychic disturbance kind of things, this is, those are the kinds of things that, if you're not facing it, if you're not conscious of what you're doing, and you're still doing it sort of, half conscious or unconsciously, but you're disturbed, because you're disturbed by sort of, what you're doing. You don't, you bury it, you put it, sublimate it, that kind of shit. I digress. So I don't know where you're at. The point I'm trying to make is I don't know, how conscious or unconscious you are of some of the choices you're making in this, I don't know, whatever it is you're doing, this, I don't know. I'm also like uncertain how aware, are you legitimately this upset about things, and what happened? I'm going to keep it about between you and Jamie because I'm just going to be like totally fucking honest here with you. I like literally I have like a zero effect when it comes to you. And I have like a zero attitude about you. I literally don't care either way. I might like, kind of lean a little bit one way or another, but I'm like very neutral towards you, Scotty. I just don't want to be the biggest issue I have is I just don't want to be involved. And look, you can, if I put something up publicly, then, it's fair game. And if I can't stop you from commenting on my words that I put out publicly. But when it comes to some other things, and I do think I think you're pushing things a bit. And as far as here's getting to the point here, of what about 2 minutes back or 3 minutes back. Look, the fact of the matter is when you made the choice to, and you brought me up, in your attempt to like defend a person, you involved me in this and you did. People could go back and watch the stuff. You made it about, you implied a choice that it's either Cassie or it's Jamie. And then when you did that at the time, I had a situation with Cassie that I won't go into any detail about, in the real world that, and again, let me say this again too. I didn't take the choice seriously, so I just want to be, so I'm spinning, this is my spin on it to make a point that, you, by doing what you're doing, you could put me into a situation where I felt like I had to make a choice. I was bothered. What bothered me was that you would even do that, right? It was the act itself that bothered me, and then it was like, fuck, why are you doing this? This is dumb. I don't want to be involved, and I could have just shut up about it, but I just wanted to kind of put, and Jamie ended up, talking most of the stream anyway. I got a little bit in here, edgewise, but anyway, okay, there's a lot there. I'm kind of throwing a lot out there. So hopefully you all can kind of keep up. But it just literally within about 18 hours, it was just like, whatever. I'm not bothered. I'm not upset. I'm really not. I'm not upset about this. I don't feel I've talked to Cassie a little bit. I don't know, whatever. Whatever. It's just, I'm just not going to get bent about any of this stuff because it's nothing worth being bent over. That sounded really bad too. That was totally inadvertent, so get your mind out of the gutter. Okay, but yeah, anyway, technically you could have potentially, for somebody else, it might have been an issue that you put them into this, what I consider to be a false choice, right? Between, one friend or another, but you did it. It was a manipulation. It was a blatant manipulation on your part. Come on. If you deny that, then okay. You can, try to spin it. I'm just trying to do the right thing. No, you're not. You're trying to manipulate people into, you want to win. That you want to win, and I don't really know if you have a clear goal in mind. Maybe it's just to just get Jamie off. I guess that's what it is for everybody. Get rid of Jamie. Get rid of Jamie. I was trying to be like a gold prospect. I was trying to be, anyway, a drunken gold prospector. So, yeah. It's not a problem. Anyway, I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. It's not a problem. I moved on, like I said, within 18 hours. Not a big deal. I'm not pissed off at anybody. My real life, isn't affected. I could still, I've got a couple things in the works right now to do the thing that I wanted to do. It's a thing called being flexible and having options, right? This is just not a big deal, man. I'm not perturbed. I'm not upset. I'm not bothered. I'm not anything by any of this. Say what you want to say about me. I don't care. I'm not being used. I'm not being manipulated. But if you want to believe that because that's the conclusion that you want to arrive at, prior to really understanding the situation, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna fret about it. I'm just not. It's just not a big deal. Scotty, I really hope you just keep me out of it. Just please. I mean, I just don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved. This is dumb. I just think this whole thing is dumb. I just think it's pointless. Just keep me out of it. End of fucking story.